So Crimson Desert just dropped patch 1.07 just a week after 1.06, and after spending hours testing the new mount system, I finally figured some things out. Some specialty mounts actually are still obtainable, but under specific conditions. I found 3 different lion methods, a brown bear location, wild ibex spawns in the Silver Wolf Mountains, and even figured out why certain animals seem completely gone for progressed players. But after all this testing, the raptors, tigers, and black bears still don't properly respawn if you already progressed too far before patch 1.06. And the crazy part, Pearl Abyss still hasn't mentioned this issue anywhere in the patch notes. Now, first off, I do want to say patch 1.07 actually brought some really good changes to Crimson Desert. We got more mount improvements, more rematch bosses, combat adjustments for Damiane, stability fixes, and a few quality of life changes that honestly make the game feel smoother overall. But after my last video covering the missing legendary mount issue, I had a ton of comments from players experiencing the exact same thing. So I decided to spend more time actually testing everything myself. Now, one thing that stood out to me immediately in the patch notes is that Pearl Abyss is clearly working on mount-related issues. They fixed bugs involving legendary mounts not summoning correctly, mount equipment disappearing, and they even mention additional mount fixes planned for the next update. So they clearly know mounts are a major focus for players right now. They also added additional rematch bosses, more mountable animals, and improvements to Damiane's unarmed combat, which honestly feels pretty good after the update. Performance and stability also seem improved, especially for some AMD users like myself, users that were experiencing crashes before, which honestly I have not experienced one crash in this game since it came out. But this is where things started getting interesting, because after testing the mount spawns myself, I realized that some specialty animals are still obtainable. For example, I found 3 different ways to get a lion. First, the circus lion still works. Although there are some players that stole the lion before patch 1.06 and said that the lion is not spawning for them. Don't you worry, there are multiple ways, like I said, to get the lion. The second way, I was actually able to find a wild lion spawning at night in one of the legendary lion locations. The location that I had in the previous video. I just went there at night, and I went there at first as Damiane, but it was just way too hard to get the lion to stagger so that I could mount it. It just kept dying. So then I spawned as Cliff, and I went back to that same location at night, deleted the lionesses and staggered the main lion, and was able to mount it and feed it and tame it. Now, the last one, you can actually find a lion and steal the lion at the Damiane Zoo. Make sure you bring a mask because you're going to have to steal it. And there is a big brown bear there as well. And I thought you could steal that one as well, but no, it's not stealable, at least not yet. So there's 3 methods right there of getting a lion. I also found a brown bear location. I'm going to show you right here. And as soon as you spawn in this location, the brown bear is going to be right there. Stagger it until you can mount it, feed it the meat, and the brown bear is yours. Now, in the Silver Wolf Mountains, around any black bear location, as long as it is not liberated, some of the enemies will spawn riding black bears. But unfortunately, just like the raptor, before update 1.06, I had already liberated pretty much every location in the game and deleted the enemy with the black bear. So now I cannot get the black bear to respawn, which is very unfortunate, just like the raptor, just like the tiger. But in the process, I also naturally came across a tameable ibex in the Silver Wolf Mountains. Again, you just stagger this thing, ride it, and I chose to feed it some garlic, and that seemed to work just fine. But after all this testing, the real issue still seems tied to progression, because the black bears, tigers, and raptors still are not spawning for me. And from what I've experienced, it looks like if you already killed certain legendary animals before patch 1.06, the game may permanently flag them as completed and never respawn them for taming, which means some players may literally be locked out of obtaining certain mounts entirely, at least for the time being right now. And this is why I think more people need to talk about this. So far, I am the only one that is covering this situation because based on my comment section, this is not just happening to 1 or 2 players. I've seen multiple people saying they can't get raptors, tigers, black bears, or certain other specialty mounts after already progressing through those areas earlier in the game. Now, to be fair, I do think Pearl Abyss is listening to the community overall. Patch 1.07 proves they're actively working on mounts and improving systems around them, but this specific issue still feels completely underdressed. And honestly, it's a pretty major problem considering mounts are becoming a much bigger part of Crimson Desert now. So I'm curious what mounts are still missing in your game after patch 1.07. Are your tigers spawning? Are your raptors spawning? Can you still get the black bear? Let me know down in the comments section exactly what's missing for you and whether or not you already killed those animals before patch 1.06. Because at this point, I honestly think the community may be figuring this out faster than the game itself. If I find more working spawn locations or more missing mounts, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I appreciate you guys for watching and giving me your time. Be sure to hit the like button for the algorithm, subscribe if you're not subscribed, share my content with someone you might think will enjoy it. Let them know to like, share, comment, and subscribe as well. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys have a good day, good night, and a good morning wherever you're at, and I'll see you in the next one.